In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing the PolarPro ND filters for the Mavic 2 Zoom, so stay tuned. Hi everyone, it's Dennis again, back with another unboxing video. So today I finally got my PolarPro ND filter for the Mavic 2 Zoom. Previous video I already unboxed an ND filter for the Mavic 2 Zoom. It's a brand called PGY Tech. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below. I originally wanted the PolarPro versions, but unfortunately they ran out of stock, so I waited and waited and waited. That's why I got the PGY Tech in the interim. Finally managed to find a PolarPro version in my local store. I got this for about 105 Australian dollars. It is the Cinema series, so it's the higher grade quality compared to the standard series that they offer. And it comes with the ND4, ND8 and ND16. Again, this is for the Mavic 2 Zoom. There's also a Mavic 2 Pro version. Let's get straight to it and unbox this. Cool, there you have it. This is it. Hopefully you can see it. Comes with a really nice case. This is one thing I like about the PolarPro ones. Comes with a really nice case. Not too, yeah, look at the quality. This is not the polarized one, so this is just the stock standard ND filters. This is the Cinema series. It comes with production grade glass, 8 layers or 8 coatings per side, lifetime warranty, airframe construction. So that's what it says in here. This is the screw on. Comes with a guide on when to use the ND filters. Comes with a cleaning cloth, which is really handy. And yeah, it comes with a lifetime warranty. Never really had issues with PolarPro. I've used them for my Mavic Pro and the Mavic Air, and now for the Mavic 2, so Mavic 2 Zoom. The other good thing about PolarPro is they actually have an app to help you and assist you on how to, use your ND filters on your drone, which ND filters on your drone. So here's an app. See, it has a shutter speed calculator or the long exposure calculator. There's plenty of information in this app. I do recommend downloading it. Even if you don't have the PolarPro ND filters, you can actually use that on any ND filters. Obviously, preference would be to use PolarPro ND filters, but I've used it with the PGY Tech and it works perfectly fine. It helps you calculate which ND filters to use. Let's see how it actually works out in the air. So I'm gonna test it out with my Mavic 2 Zoom now. So stay tuned.
One eternity later.
I'm at my computer now, so I'm just checking out some of the images and videos that I shot. Just to remind you what ND filters are. ND filters are like sunglasses for your drone. It reduces the amount of light entering the camera sensor. ND filters are very important, especially if you want to achieve that cinematic look or cinematic blur in your footage, and also if you want to do long exposure photos. Now I actually zoomed this in a little bit, so the aperture is actually fixed at 3.8 if I use the zoom function, zoom lens of the Mavic 2 Zoom. The ISO is 100, couple minutes just after sunset. My shutter speed here is 1/12 of a second. Forgot I was actually using the ND4. Okay, so this one I was actually using the ND16. This is just after sunrise, not as bright yet compared to like a midday sun. ISO 100, aperture is at 3.8. The shutter speed is at 1 second. As you can see in this image, there's actually motion blur happening when the waves are coming in next to the sand. Okay, here's another shot. Aperture is at f2.8. Again, I'm using ND16 in here, so it gives me 4 stops. My shutter speed here is 1/2 a second, so that's why you can see a little bit of motion blur happening. Okay, here's actually a good example. So this one, there's no ND filters in here, right? No ND filters. It's just about sun. Yeah, this was early in the morning, so, and my ISO is actually on 100. My aperture is at f2.8, so I've zoomed out on this one. It's not zoomed in, and my shutter speed is at 1/100 a second. If you look at this image, this is using a faster shutter speed. There's no ND filters in here, so that's why you can see how sharp and how clear the image is, but particularly on the waves. Okay, same place in the beach. I put in the ND4. My aperture is the same, f2.8. My ISO is the same at 100. However, this one I changed the shutter speed to 1/6 second, and sorry, 1/6 of a second. You can see there's a little bit of movement in there, and it's because my shutter speed is lower than the original image where everything is pretty clear, and because you're using a faster shutter speed. Okay, here's a quick short video that I took without the ND filters. So you can see the movements of the wave is, yeah, you can see the details. You can see how sharp it is when it comes through because it has a higher sort of shutter speed, so there's much or less blurry coming in, motion blur coming into the waves. On this next video, I've used an ND4. It's a little bit darker. Hopefully you can see it. There's a little bit of blurriness or motion blur happening on the waves. I think this will get choppier because my shutter speed was relatively low, and this video is 30 frames per second timeline. You'll see some jittery effect because the shutter speed I'm using here is a little bit low. Those are some of the photos I took, and hopefully they'll give you an idea of how ND filters work. So far pretty happy with the ND filters I've got from PolarPro. Look, again, I've been a long time user of PolarPro, and their products never failed me. 3-pack ND4, 8 and 16. They also got other sort of variants of this one. ND4 is probably my go-to filter. However, you know, it's good to have varying ND filters just to suit the time of day when you're flying, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed this quick video unboxing the ND filters. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about how ND filters works. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like. I really appreciate it, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Do follow me on my other social media accounts, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and more for news, updates, and exclusive content. Well, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is Dennis, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.